excited for this video today because I'm pretty much just gonna be having my dream ideal day in New York City. I was on FaceTime with a couple of my friends. I was like, guys, I don't know what to film. Like, please help me asking them for help like usual. My friend Bailey was like, why don't you just film a whole guide to New York? Wait, was it Bailey or Maya? I think it was Bailey, right? Bailey, it was you, right? My friend suggested I share my favorite things to do in the city for like a little guide for people who are visiting maybe. And I've also been seeing some DMs the past few months of people asking for a video sort of similar to this. So I thought it was a perfect idea. I will never consider myself to be a New Yorker. I have lived here for 1.5 years, but it honestly feels like I've just been on a really long vacation. So even though I don't have that level of credibility, I do this is me pitching myself, why you should trust me. I don't know. I've found some spots that I really like since I've been here, and it is so fun here. There's so much to like learn, explore. There's always new places popping up. Maybe you can just keep this video tucked away for if you ever make a trip to New York or you ever find yourself here. All right, let's go. Okay guys, I'm at my favorite coffee shop. This place is called Hungry Ghost. It's in the West Village. I used to live right here and I would come here every day once I discovered it. I've had a lot of coffee here and I really believe that this place has like some of the best coffee, especially their iced vanilla latte. And I'm very particular about my coffee. As you guys might know if you watched my last video, I like rated coffee shops in New York. If you like a vanilla latte, I'm so confident that you would like this. They have a few locations in the city actually, but I've only ever been to this one, and I also just love the aesthetic in here. Such great lighting, it's so pretty. But if I could start my dream day anywhere with coffee from any place, and I did think about this very thoroughly because I wanted to have a good coffee spot for you guys, it would be here. I will put a second place that I was really close to picking also on the screen that's a little bit smaller, and I think it's family owned. Also, my ideal morning would be reading a book and like journaling a little, so I brought that with me too. I'm gonna do that for a little bit here before I get bagels. My breakfast recommendation was not too hard for me to decide on because this bagel spot is so incredible. Every time I have a friend or a family member visit me, I always take them here and they always love it. It is really popular, which I kind of hate. I wish it was more of like an underground spot that I would be sharing with you guys, but it is really good. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it. It's called Papa Bagels. I will say if you're looking for a bagel sandwich with meat and cheese, they don't have that there. This is more of just fresh, hot bagels. The first time I went here, I was a little confused. Okay, I did already start eating it. That's kind of messed up. I'm sorry. You order like bulk bagels. I think the minimum is 3. They were so nice and they gave me extra bagels today. So basically they always have different rotations of cream cheeses or toppings. Today they had their veggie cream cheese and they also had I think like a creme brulee butter. And then I got an everything bagel. I love their salt bagels, which I know sounds kind of interesting, but it is really good. It's like crunchy on top and their bagels are always hot because they make them I think every like 10 minutes. They're still so warm. And then I got a sesame seed bagel as well. Those are my 3 favorites. And I like to eat this in Washington Square Park because it is so close to the bagel spot. It's like a 2 or 3 minute walk down the street and they don't have seating in there either. So this is definitely where I think a lot of people bring their pop-up bagels. I see a lot of people here eating them often. If you can't go to Central Park, this is like another great option. There's always like a lot going on here, especially if you love people watching. There's so much going on. So what's interesting with these bagels is that they're meant to be pulled apart. So you just take the bagel and then you dip it into your cream cheese. So good. I can't even tell you how good this is. I actually don't even feel that nervous to film here because there's so much going on that I feel like me filming is like the least interesting thing. If you like a more sandwich bagel, which sometimes I like, it kind of just depends on my mood. I'll put a few recommendations on the screen because obviously this place doesn't have the sandwich bagels. I definitely recommend this spot. It's my favorite and I love just coming to the park right next door. As much as I love some good food and coffee recs, I did want to show you guys some things that I actually like to do activity-wise here. Today is a really sunny, nice day, so I'm going to take advantage and try to stay outdoors. One of my recs would be to go to obviously Central Park. If you're able to, you can like do a nice bike ride. I've rented like electric scooters there before with my brother. That's kind of an obvious recommendation. If you also love to shop like me, I have some shopping recs for you. Since moving to New York, I've discovered more of like the fashion side of myself. There's such cool fashion here and there's a lot of cool like vintage thrift stores also. I wanted to take you guys to one of my favorite vintage stores in the city. It's in Soho. It's called No Name Vintage. I'm gonna go see if they have anything. I like to just go pretty often and check because they seem to get new stock pretty frequently. And then I want to just shop around Soho after. Soho is the true hub for just shopping in general. But first we'll stop at the vintage store and see what they have. There's so many vintage stores here. There's so many in Brooklyn too. I kind of like my mini mic. It makes me feel very professional, even though it's all tangled, but we don't need to show that. So I did end up getting one top. When I was in there, I was texting my mom the pictures of everything. I usually do that. She loved the blue top and I also loved it. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, and then when I put it on, I loved it. I'm trying to incorporate more color into my wardrobe, so I'm happy that I'm doing that. They had so much good stuff today. I could have bought the other two things, but I just restrained myself, which is good because I'm about to shop even more. I'm gonna shop in the heart of Soho now. On Broadway, they have so many different shops like Aritzia, Brandy, Sephora, pretty much every store you could imagine. So it's kind of like the Mall of America of New York. Not really, but in my mind, that's what I compare it to, except for it's outdoors. It does get really busy though on the weekends and Fridays. Just a warning, if you come here in the summer, it's so packed and there's usually an insane line for some of these stores. So we will see. I don't think there's been one singular time I've been shopping on Broadway and not stopped in Aritzia. You guys know Aritzia is one of my favorite brands ever, so I always love just seeing if they have anything new. This store is new too. They just redid it. It's massive. It's 3 stories and they even have a cafe in here, which they have the best strawberry matcha. You guys need to go. I remember the first time I had it, I was shocked because I don't know, you wouldn't expect necessarily Aritzia to have the best matcha necessarily. So if you go to this Aritzia, you should just start out at their cafe downstairs, grab a strawberry matcha, walk around. I stopped in Sephora super quick, and then I stopped in Abercrombie as well. I was looking for some new jeans, and they have some of my favorite jeans. By the way, if you see these pink ice cream trucks, they're so good. The brandy here is also insanely massive and it's known to always have a line. And yes, I do still shop here even though I'm 24. I'm not necessarily proud to say this, but it's the truth. They also opened a Princess Polly here, which is the first Princess Polly I've ever seen not online. And they have a photo booth on the bottom level, which I think is so fun. So if you're here with your friends, you should definitely go downstairs and check it out. And after a lot of shopping, I decided to have some lunch. And I took you guys to one of my favorite lunch spots that's super close by to all of the shopping, called Cafe Select. Okay guys, I'm at lunch, which is technically a late lunch. I think it's like 3 p.m. right now. I really thought long and hard about where I wanted to have lunch with you guys. There's so many good spots. I'm at Cafe Select in Soho. This was actually one of the very first places I ate when I visited New York with my mom like 2 years ago before I even moved here. So it's kind of nostalgic for me. It brings back memories when me and my mom were here looking at apartments. They have some really good salads here, good sandwiches, and at night it has some really good drinks. So anyways, I got a turkey sandwich for lunch. I'm sitting by myself, and the people next to me who just left actually were like, "Are you okay? I noticed you're sitting alone." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm fine. Let's do a little taste test." All right, this is my sandwich. The waitress came up to me and she's like, "Are you a food reviewer?" Like, definitely not. It's so good and fresh. It kind of reminds me of the sandwiches that my grandma would make when I was younger. And the tomato is like a roasted tomato, which makes it even better. The other reason I chose this place is because it's right next to all of the shopping in Soho that we were just at. So if you have like a little shopping day in that area, it's like a 3-minute walk from all of those shops that we were just at, and it's like the perfect little lunch spot. I love their outdoor seating. They have some lanterns hanging above. This is a perfect spot for a lunch break during your shopping. Okay guys, I'm back home from my day. I'm so hot. I feel like this outfit makes me look like a minion. I'm back home. I just wanted to quickly show you guys a couple things that I got. I actually didn't get anything shopping wise at Aritzia, Sephora, any of those stores, because I was actually like just there yesterday. So the top that I got from the vintage store, this blue multi-shade crochet top. Look how pretty. I love this. And it was also mom approved. Oh, I guess I did get something from Brandy. I got these white little linen shorts. Oh, and then I also got a postcard from Cafe Select where I was just at, because they give this to you at the end of your meal with your receipt. So I'm gonna put this on my vision board, which is now done. Finally, I did not think the day would come. Look how good it looks, guys. I posted this on my Instagram. I love it. It looks so good. It's everything I wanted. So let me add this to the board. I'm gonna chill for a little bit and do some work, because later tonight I'm gonna go to get drinks with a couple friends, and I wanted to film that because going out in New York, even if I like don't drink that night, it is nice to just sit with friends at like an outdoor patio or something. And there's a lot of favorites that I have, and I don't really know exactly where we're gonna end up, so we'll see. But I wanted to film that with you guys because I wanted to share some spots that I like. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Our original plan was to go to La Dive in the Lower East Side, which was insanely busy. They had no spots available, but we ended up at O'Neill's, which was still great. And I love Little Italy, especially at night. It's so lively. That was my night though, so thank you guys for watching. Does this count as a proper outro? I'm gonna say yes, but thanks for watching. Love you guys. Let me know if you liked this type of video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.